Why be easy when you can just die? Woo! Well, I'm Chewy Mew. Welcome to my channel, but more specifically, welcome to another Chewy Mew video, where today it's time to make some excuses because we're doing another action figure haul. These first couple figures are for my birthday. So my birthday is December 14th. I'm over 23 years old now by a couple days. Yeah, so I turned 23 December 14th, and then, you know, Christmas is 25th. So I'm just doing them together at the same time because there's not like a whole bunch of figures. I got other stuff that aren't figures. But either way, let's hop into it. So the first figure that is not for either my birthday or for Christmas, but it's around the same time, is the NECA Master Splinter, the comic book version. You know, so I don't collect Ninja Turtles. I mean, I don't really collect them. I did recently buy almost all of the retro re-release figures, like the 80s toys. I recently bought all of them because, you know, I like Ninja Turtles, and I also didn't have any, you know, I didn't have like a complete set from any series. And so getting all those is good, and this Shredder is like perfect height for those guys. So I got this guy. I got him at Walmart. It's like $35, and this comes with way more accessories, way more paint than like a Marvel Legends figures, which are kind of bad. So, you know, and one cool thing he can do is if you spread the legs like this, he can actually do full splits. There has never been a Hasbro Spider-Man figure that wasn't a Toy Biz repaint that could do the splits. Because like some Hasbro figures that are Toy Biz repaints of Spider-Man can do the splits, but Hasbro's never made, since like the return of Marvel Legends, they've never made a Spider-Man that could do full-on splits. One of the birthday gifts I got, which you actually have seen already, and that is SH Figuarts Toby Maguire, which is technically not the politically correct thing to call this guy. The politically correct name is Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which is kind of dumb, I guess, because in his movies, he's just called Spider-Man. Like, The Amazing Spider-Man is called The Amazing Spider-Man. But I guess they couldn't just call him Spider-Man or Toby because, you know, licensing or whatever. But yeah, so we got the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man here. And this figure is cool. Unfortunately, I might be going crazy, which I already know I am. But it looks like his left leg is longer. Like, his body is as straight up as I can get him. And if we press the legs together, his left leg is longer. So then when you stand him here, he's always angled to his right. And then when you have the legs stretched like this, he's leaning this way. I'm holding his body in place, and he leans that direction, which kind of sucks. But I don't think it's like the person I bought it from. And I bought this at a comic book shop, which I already made a short, which was my last video, over a month ago, about saying, hey guys, look, I got Toby, and he comes with almost all of his accessories. He also came with a web accessory, which I threw in my like accessories box because I'm never going to use it. And it was $60 at a comic book shop, which that's good. How much is it online? I think retail is like $90, so $30 off. And all he's missing is the loose mask that he can hold in his hand, and all of like the long web accessories, which I don't really care about. And like $30 off with missing some, in my opinion, some of the least interesting accessories for me, that's fine. And his left leg is loose, which also is just an issue with these figures for some reason. But if you move like the butt cheek pieces back, it doesn't, I mean, it wiggles a little bit. And because I'm a genius, I broke the neck on this guy. So it had his head for some reason has a curved ball peg, which is kind of dumb because it doesn't need to be curved. And then I broke it because I'm a genius. And then so I had to use like used some parts and stuff, and then I fixed it, and now the head, it doesn't have as much range as it did, but you still get pretty good range. Basically, all you need is looking up, looking down, tilting, and rotation, so, you know, that's pretty cool. And yeah, so he's not as good as he was, but, you know, he's fixed. And unfortunately, SH Figuarts Spider-Man can't do the splits unless you really force it, but then he pushes back, so he's like spring, it's a gimmick. I got the Toy Biz Secret Identity Spider-Man with Peter Parker disguise. So yeah, now I officially have a Toy Biz Peter Parker. It is like the ultimate Spider-Man designed for Peter Parker, which I'm not a fan of. And you can transform him. I mean, it doesn't transform, you swap the costumes or whatever. And it's made out of rubber, which is so cool. Like the Toy Biz Wrestler Spider-Man. And my mom bought me this one, and I didn't even know. Because I told her before, hey mom, look at this thing. This looks cool, and you know, I want to get this one day eventually, but, you know, it's expensive, so I wasn't just like, I want to just buy it right now. And then she surprised me by buying it, and it arrived at the door, and I was like, hey, Mom, look, you got a package. She was like, oh, okay, she made some excuse, and then she gave me this on my birthday, and I opened it, and it was this guy, which he was brand new, sealed in the box. He had, like, the twist ties and stuff. I took them out of the box and I swapped the costume. I swapped the costume a couple times. And yeah, it's cool to have a Peter Parker now. And then we go on to Christmas. I got other Christmas gifts, but these are the only action figure related stuff. And one of those is the NECA Utron. So I actually got this for Secret Santa with my family. My uncle gave this to me. It probably is more paint than like an entire wave of Marvel Legends. Which, look how cool this thing looks. Like, the aesthetics on this guy are great. Same thing with Splinter, but this one has even more paint. Which is, you know, that's really cool. And again, this guy can do the splits. Like, he's got a weird crotch piece that kind of hinders it, but his arms are in the way. But he can, if you kind of force it, he can basically do the splits. He's not really the most balanced, but he can almost do the splits better than, again, Hasbro Marvel Legends most of the time. And also this guy can do the splits too. Which he can actually go past the splits because, like, the way his articulation is done on his legs. And yeah, I don't collect NECA, but I kind of had the temptation to get this, and then I asked for this one, and I got it. I asked for other stuff, too, but this one was pretty cool to get, you know. And then the last one we got, which was also very exciting and also a spur of the moment, was the Hasbro Build-A-Figure Lizard, and this knee is kind of loose. So I got this one also at the comic book shop. My mom bought this for me for Christmas. Oh, man. And this lizard, she got it for me, and it was also, I don't remember how much it was, but it wasn't too expensive. On eBay, it's like over $100. It's like, you can probably get it for $80 online if you're lucky. And unfortunately, this guy is notorious for having issues where his hips are kind of loose, so I tightened them up. And then the ankles and the toes were also kind of loose, so I tightened these as well. They were a lot floppier than this, but I tightened them up, so now they're not as bad. And I tried fixing the legs, because he was always stuck in sort of this position. And you can see, I tried cutting out plastic, and I cut a little bit too much, and I put glue to tighten it. And it didn't work the best, so now he only has a single-jointed knee, which, admittedly, that's all the range that he had anyway. He could go, like, slightly farther. But yeah, so this one is also pretty cool. And now having this guy, I mean, this was one of those figures, and also Toby. I mean, basically all of these, except this guy, were figures that I always kind of wanted. I mean, this guy, I honestly never thought I was going to get this guy because he's like 90 bucks, like retail, and then people are scalping it for like over 100. So it was like, you know, I'm probably never going to get it, and I'm okay with that. But getting it at like a comic book shop as a gift is like, oh yeah, of course. But, you know, like, if you ever get gifted an action figure, even if you don't like it that much, it's still like an action figure. And the fact that this is really good, and it's also very expensive, getting it as a gift is, you know, pretty cool. This guy is one of my grails. He's not like quite as holy grail as like Snapshot Spider-Man, but definitely a grail. This guy, both of these are just kind of cool to have Ninja Turtle figures that are like really high quality. And this guy, I mean, he kind of was like an impulse kind of gift, I guess, impulse buy. And my mom bought it, so it was a gift as well. And, you know, it's pretty cool. I think it's probably one of Hasbro's best lizards. But if I had to rank them from like my favorite to least favorite, it would or my favorite to not as much favorite. So it'd be Secret Identity, Spider-Man. Okay, he doesn't stand good because I'm not stretching out his feet. This guy just straight up doesn't stand. All right, yeah. So we got Secret Identity. We got this guy. I think maybe Lizard, only because I like Spider-Man more than Ninja Turtles, and then like that. But yeah, that's pretty much all for this video. Let me know what you think is the best here. I think I just said that. And if you liked the video, you know, let me know. And I will see you guys in the next video that probably isn't going to be a toy haul. Maybe it is. I don't know. Wow.